name is Freddy, and of course it's myself, Freddy Villarreal, Lunden Davis, Carl Davis, and Jailon Howard, and we're doing the solar system today for our physics class, chapter 15. The origin of the solar system. Our solar system is about 16 billion kms, or 10 million miles, or 15 light hours across. That's pretty far. Light travels about 300,000 kilometers per second, or 1.1 billion kilometers per hour. That's pretty vast space. Our galaxy is a spiral galaxy. As you can see here, this is pretty much looking at, if we're looking at it from the top, and this right here is one is looking at it if we're looking at it sideways. Like I said, it's the Milky Way, and it's a spiral galaxy. What's in our solar system? Our solar system consists of a central star, which is the sun, which is pretty much the very middle of the solar system. And of course, the 9 planets orbiting the sun: moons, asteroids, comets, meteors, interplanetary gas, dust, and all the space in between them. The 9 planets of the solar system are named for Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. And we'll touch base on that earlier in this presentation. Planets in our solar system. The inner planets, of course, are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Now, once you get to your outer planets, that would be Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. And we're going to talk about the sun here. The sun's energy comes from nuclear fission, where hydrogen is converted to helium. Within its core, this energy is released from the sun in the form of heat and light. And I decided to highlight this part because stars produce light and planets reflect that light. That's a very important key when it comes to planets and stars. A star's temperature determines its color. The coldest stars are red, the hottest stars are blue. You would figure the hottest stars would be bright red, but in contrast, like it says, it's blue. The 9 planets of the solar system. Planets are categorized according to composition and size. There are 2 main categories of planets that we talked about. Of course, your inner and your outer. And of course, there is the small rocky planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Pluto. And of course, there's your gas giants: Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. And from here on, we're going to go ahead and put Carl. Carl's going to start talking more about the small rocky planets and whatnot. Take it away, Carl.
Okay. So we have here the small rocky planets. As you can see, they're made up of mostly rock and metal. They are heavy. They move slowly in space, and they have no rings. A few, and if they do have moons, they have few of them. They have a diameter of less than 13,000 kilometers. Here we have our first planet. It's Mercury. As you know, Mercury has the shortest year. Its revolution has a period of 88 days. Mercury has an extreme temperature ranging from 800 degrees Fahrenheit in the daytime to negative 270 degrees Fahrenheit at night. So as you can see, it gets really cold. Even though it is the closest planet to the sun, scientists believe that there is ice on Mercury. The ice is protected from the sun's heat by crater shells. Here we have our second planet. It's called Venus. Venus is the brightest object in the sky after the sun and moon because of its atmosphere and reflects sunlight so well. Its maximum surface temperature may reach 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Venus has no moons and its year is 225 days. Here we have our home planet. The planet that we live on is called Earth. Earth's surface is composed of 71% water. We're kind of the water planet. Water is a necessary. You need water to survive on Earth. Earth has 1 moon and it has rich oxygen atmosphere. It has a rich oxygen atmosphere. Earth's moon, it takes the moon approximately 29 days to complete 1 orbit. The moon's surface is covered with mostly dust and is rocky. The moon reflects light from the sun onto the Earth's surface. As you may know, you can use the tide. The moon controls the tide in the ocean. It's a fun fact. Here we have our last inner planet. It's called Mars. Like Earth, Mars has ice caps at the poles. Mars has the largest volcano in our solar system. Olympus Mons is approximately 15 miles high. Mars appears red because of the iron oxide or rust in its soil. Mars has 2 moons, and it takes about 2 years to complete one orbit. And here we have Pluto. Pluto has 1 moon, and it takes about 249 years to orbit the sun. As you may know, Pluto has the largest orbit, or it takes the longest to go around the sun because it's the furthest planet around. Some people call Pluto a dwarf planet. So part of Pluto's orbit passes inside that of Neptune, so that at times Neptune is the planet furthest away from the sun. Pluto was located and named in 1930, but today, as I said, Pluto is no longer considered a planet.
Hello, my name is Lunden Davis. I'll be continuing on this spot. So we have our gas giants. So our gas giants are mostly made up of hydrogen and helium. So some of our gas planets are, as you know, Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. They're very, very light for their size just because they're composed of some of the gases that are very light in our atmosphere. And they move really quickly in space. And they have many rings. You can see Saturn has many rings around the Neptune and Neptune you just can't see them. And then they have a diameter less than 48,000 kilometers. So we have Jupiter. So Jupiter is by far our biggest and most massive planet. It's bigger, 11 times bigger than Earth. It takes about 12 years for Jupiter to orbit the sun. And Jupiter has, as we know it, 16 known moons. Next we have Saturn. So Saturn is almost entirely of hydrogen and helium. Saturn has many rings made of ice. Saturn's rings are very, very wide. I mean, you can see they stretch about 260,000 miles from the surface, but are less than just 1 mile thick. And Saturn, as we know, have 18 known moons, and it takes about 30 years to orbit the sun. 30 years, which is a very long time. And we also have Uranus. Now, to be honest, I don't know who came up with that name, but Uranus, yeah. Interesting name. Anyway, it's blue, as you can see, just because of the methane gas in its atmosphere. Uranus has 11 dark rings surrounded it, like I just stated before when I introduced all 3 planets. You can't really see it, but they have dark rings, 11 dark rings. And they have 21 known moons, and it takes 84 years for Uranus to complete one orbit, which is a super long time. Then we have Neptune. And Neptune has the fastest winds in our solar system, which is about 2,000 kilometers per hour. Neptune is also blue in color due to the methane gas, of course. And then Neptune takes 165 years to orbit the sun, and it only has about 8 moons. So as you can see, the further away that the planets are from Earth, it takes more years for it to orbit the sun as well. So just a little fun fact. Then we'll have our next presenter.
I'm Jailon, and I'm talking about the smaller bodies of the solar system. Comets. A comet is a small body of ice, rock, and dust that follows a highly elliptical orbit around the sun. All comets have a nucleus that is composed of ice and rock. Most comet nuclei are between 1 kilometer and 10 kilometers in diameter. If a comet approaches the sun, a solar radiation and heating causes the comet's ice to change to gas. Comet structure. A coma is a spherical cloud of gas and dust that comes off the nucleus. The ion tail of a comet is gas that has been ionized by the sun. It always points away from the sun. A second tail made of dust and gas curves backwards along the comet's orbit. The dust tail can be millions of kilometers long. Comets in orbit. This is how they orbit around the sun. As you can see, the tail is how it's facing. This is the nucleus. What do we know about comets? Collision between objects in the Kuiper belt produce fragments that become short-period comets. Short-period comets take fewer than 200 years to orbit the sun. Short-period comets have short lifespans. Every time a comet passes the sun, it may lose a layer such as 1 meter thick. Long-period comets come from the Oort cloud. They may take up to hundreds of thousands of years to orbit the sun. The Oort cloud is a spherical region that surrounds the solar system. Comets can form in the Oort cloud when two objects collide, and when the gravity of a nearby star sends an object into the inner solar system. Asteroids. An asteroid is a small and regular shaped rocky object that orbits the sun. Most asteroids are in the asteroid belt between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. The asteroid belt contains hundreds of thousands of asteroids called main belt asteroids. Groups of asteroids are also located in the orbits of Jupiter and Neptune called Trojan asteroids and in the Kuiper belt. Some asteroids are called near-Earth asteroids. These asteroids cross the orbits of Earth and Venus. The composition of asteroids varies. Some are rich in carbon. Others are rocky with cores of iron and nickel. Some have a rocky core surrounded largely by ice. Some asteroids appear to be clouds of rock loosely held together. Others contain economic minerals such as gold, iron, nickel, cobalt, and platinum. Meteors, meteors, and meteorites. A meteor is a rocky body ranging in size that of a sand grain to that of a boulder, which travels through space. A bright speck of light that results when a meteor burns up in Earth's atmosphere is called a meteor. A meteorite is a meteoroid that reaches Earth's surface without burning up. See, this is the meteor, and this is a meteor because when it comes to space, it's burning, and a meteorite. Meteors come from the asteroid belt, Mars, the moon, and comets. Most meteorites that enter Earth's atmosphere do not reach Earth's surface. Many explode in the upper atmosphere, others scoot back into space. Large meteorites that enter Earth's lower atmospheres or strikes Earth's surface can be destructive. Meteorites can be divided into three general groups. Stone meteorites, made of silicate minerals, are the most common form. Iron meteorites composed of iron and nickel form such smaller group of meteorites. Stony iron meteorites composed of silicate minerals, iron and nickel are the rarest group of meteorites. And that's all we have. This is the solar system.